Righty. Oh. Let me turn my camera. All right. Wonderful. My antlers and stuff are, let me try to move them. All right. So I'm going to give you all some moments to come in. We're going to be having a really interesting conversation this morning because I couldn't sleep. I woke up and I was trying to get back to sleep, but this thought kept reverberating round and round in my mind. Oh my goodness, Elle is awake. Good morning, Elle. How are you? You're always awake. Hey, brown sugar baby. Hey, Jessica. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Oh my goodness. So, wow, there's a lot of people who are up. You know what? Actually, it's about that time. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. And so we're going to go live on all of the platforms in a moment. However, I wanted to just have some time with you all this morning and see how you all were, because if we're here together, might as well talk, right? So where are you coming in from? What time is it where you are right now? I'm on the eastern coast of the United States, and it is 5:37 a.m. So that's what it is where I'm at. Mm. Mm. Goodness Rated Bow is working? Where are you working at that is this late? Well, you don't have to say the exact place, but this late and you're on a computer? Are you like an adjuster or something? We got TNT in the house. Welcome, my Trini sis. Oh, wow. Joe Carr is up talking about the pedos going down. Oh, Rosie's saying it's too early. We got Brooklyn in the house. Arkansas, it's 4:38. North Kakalaki in the house. Toronto in the house. Toronto's on the east coast of Canada, right? So Toronto's in the house. Hey. Nita is a school bus driver, but Nita, how you watching the screen and driving? Honey, what is going on? We got Crooked Letter out there, 4:38 a.m., getting ready to work. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. BB's supposed to be sleeping to get up. El Paso is 3:39. I did a little stint in El Paso. So when they had that thing go down at the Walmart, I knew exactly which Walmart that was. You know, the Mass Pew Pure. It's like we can't even say words nowadays, but yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, a nurse. Oh, I don't know why I didn't even think of that. That's right. Nurses work all night. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, Nita hasn't started yet. Okay, good. Because as long as you're not driving the kids and looking at the screen, and you know, because you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay focused. All right, on the Bluetooth. Okay, good. And Kalana got up to pee. And what are you doing on your phone? And why are your notifications not silenced while you're supposed to be sleeping? And if you got up to just pee, why are you getting your phone to scroll? You have to break this addiction. Got to break this addiction. All right, listen. There's a serious topic that I want us. Okay, so third is saying get on with it. All right, I'm gonna get started. Oh goodness. Oh my, I feel the whip cracking at my back. Okay, Santa, calm down. calm down. Okay, you know what? I do need to get a little Rudolph nose, but let's go. Let's go. Goodness. All right, I'm going to go. Let's get live on all platforms. We're going to get live quietly. No music and fanfare. Let's just go ahead. We are live on. You can you can re-enable the channel at any time. Cancel. What are you talking about? Go live. Facebook and LinkedIn been acting weird lately. We're live on LinkedIn. Let's see if Twitch is going to go live. Facebook turned back off. What are you doing, Facebook? On. Okay. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And we're live on Twitch. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Tonya TKO, from the Tonya TKO Show. I help you learn how to love yourselves and one another. And many of you know, and some of you don't know, that I am hosting a retreat this coming weekend. And in this retreat, it's called New Self. And we are transferring over to our new selves. And with this particular retreat, because see, we were supposed to spend 5 days, or we were supposed to spend a week, I believe it was originally. I think it was originally 5 days, and then we extended it to a week in a Caribbean, on the coastline of a warm place, doing this work. And I had a big operation in June, and my hemoglobins were real low. And so I got an iron infusion. My doctor didn't clear me for the retreat overseas, but I did get cleared to be able to stay in New York and kind of take things easy, right? So the retreat got moved to one day well, 2 days for the VIP, one day for the general admission. And we have done 5 weeks of coaching behind the scenes. In our last coaching session, I was speaking with a young lady in the group, and I kind of got the idea that she thought that I can't talk about the assignment that I was on in El Paso, but you know what type of town it is. You know what type of town it is, but I can't talk about my assignment. Nonetheless, I you know that I do. We'll talk about that in a bit, but you know that I do advocacy work and efforts, and the contract that I signed said that I could not talk about it, but I was there and I did what needed to be done to the best of my ability. Y sabes que hablo español y puedes, sabes que yo hizo. Nonetheless, let's keep going forward, right? I was talking to the young lady, and it seemed as if she felt that this was the only life that she had lived and that there were mistakes made. And so it got me to thinking, because, in this work and what it is that I'm doing and not hoping to do, but my mission, my aim with this retreat is to assist people in becoming their new self, right? And in order to become that new self, we have to figure out who it is that we are choosing to be. However, I'm curious about other people, because there's so many different trains of thought. There's lots of mythological teachings, and there's religious teachings, and there's a lot of different things out there. And I don't know how many of you know this. However, I had a near-death experience before I started on YouTube. And when I came out of this near-death experience, I had gotten the message that I needed to wake people up. Wake up, right? That's probably why we're here so early. Wake up. No, 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 no. But really like a different type of wake up. And I'm wondering how asleep we are, because it's like when you're living in an existence, you forget what it was like before that existence, and you forget that there are other people who are still in that existence. How many people here believe that this is their one and only life? Put up a one if you think that this is your one and only life, that this is one and done, that this is your one and only time being here, and that when you leave from this life, that's it, and you're done, that you've never been here before, right? That this is it, who you are right now and who you know yourself to be right now, that is all that there is, ever will be, ever was. Put up a one if you feel that is what it is. And put up an 8 if you feel or know that you have had infinite lives, that you have had past lives, and that you have concurrent lives, that your energy is not confined to this just one existence. I'm curious as to what people think and know. What? Wow. AE Ishama, the pound symbol or whatever that is, I can't see what that is. Lolo, Kakara, oh no, Katana or Kalina? Kalina. Okay. Really? Bot? Oh, wow. Okay, and then we have a llama, sacred, sim, China, Nikki, Denise, L. Okay. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay. This is really interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay, so it's kind of split down the middle. And then Lovely's coming in with the 1. So let me ask you all this. For the people who think that this is your one and only life, what do you think you're doing here? Like, why do you think you're here on Earth, in this body, in this existence? Why do you think you're here? You know what? I'm gonna open up the phone lines. So that. Okay, China says, I will say though, this is just one timeline we are playing, living in. We're taught to believe it, but I don't believe it. I get too much deja vu. Then there's that, right? This is really interesting. I'm going to open up the phone lines because I want to hear from you all. Is it too early for some people to talk? If you can call in and explain what you believe to me, put up a 2. Put up a 2 if you can call in. If not, I'm not going to open up the phone lines if there's nobody that's going to call in. Cause So somebody says we're too insignificant to be given multiple chances. Wow. Okay. Alicia says, I'm here to live my best life. I know that's right, Alicia. You go, girl. Live your best life. So, third is saying, I definitely feel an energy within me that has experienced life beyond or prior to this one, right? Ella's saying, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing. And if you resonate with what we're talking about, you can go ahead and subscribe. So yes. So I don't see any 2s up. So I imagine it's early. We're talking about past lives, one life. This time is construct and it's not real. Everything is happening all the time. Your soul is forever and just shifts. Okay. So Alana, all right. I don't really know. I have premonition and dreams of other places outside. Stefan is drinking coffee. Hey, boy. This is really interesting. To give my energy to the world while I'm here in the most positive way possible. I wish I could call. I'm at work, but I'm a high priestess seer. Went through an awakening after dealing with a narc. I was shown the truth. Well, I would like to hear what you say the truth is. I'd like to hear that. Enjoying my time off. Okay. Listen. So there's no one who is able to call. Let me grab some tarot cards real quick since we here and we up. I'm gonna get the original cards. I'm gonna get that Rider-Waite tarot deck right here. Right? Let me get this tarot card out for you all. Here. All right. So I know I have on a Santa hat and I have tarot out, and there's a lot of different people who feel different ways about tarot, right? And there's some people who see me with the Christmas trees up, and like somebody wrote to me and they were like, "Oh, why do you have a problem with Thanksgiving but you love Christmas?" And I'm like, what is your idea of what Christmas is, babe? Because those baubles that you see on the tree and all that stuff, that's from the winter solstice, honey. These are pagan. These are these are pagan ideals that were co-opted. All right. So I want to tap into somebody's energy. I feel somebody who is connected to me right now, and you will feel me right here, right there in the middle. I feel it and I feel you. I'm going to pull some cards on you. Actually, there are 3 people on here. I feel 3, and a 4th one is coming on right now. Oh, a 5. Okay, there's a lot of people who's interested. All right, I'm going to pull some tarot for the people who are connected to me right now. Listen. This card right here. There's somebody out there who is having some money issues right now, and there is a concern that you have about your money running out. So let me feel what it is that you're feeling, because there's a few different people who are connected to me. So one person is pulling the scraps together. Another person is trying to do the best that they can with what it is that they have. And another person out there is feeling dire and destitute, right? So I'm seeing that there's that money issue that is affecting. And I know that can seem really generic, but as I pull the rest of these cards, you're going to see that this is speaking directly to you, because that's just the nature of how it is. This one right here, we got a lot of top cards here. All right. So one of the things that I'm seeing is that you take pride in your resoluteness. That the feeling that you are your foundation. There have been a lot of things around you that have been shaky over the years, but the one constant has been you and your ability to always find your footing. So we have that. Oh, wow, another top card. Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. So, one of the things that I see is that you have business ideas, and your business ideas have been kind of floating around in the background, but you feel that the market is already, that there's already people out there doing it, that there's big companies that's doing it. You're doubting yourself and you don't even really know whether or not this is something that you can do. Let me tell you this right now, just from what it is that I know, from where it is that we are, and the divergence that we are having as a society. This is the time right now, because there's a lot of people looking for small business owners, and we are actually, especially after this last election, turning away from the big companies and those people. We are getting more communal. So let me see. This is another top card. Here we go. Oh, wow. I see. There's some turmoil in your life. There's some turmoil. There's some things, some unrest. I'm seeing that one person has an issue with their mother, that there's some discord going on there. Your mother got she got this mouth on her where she's saying stuff, but you know that it comes from a place of brokenness inside of her. You know your mother got some mental health issues going on. You know that. Don't take that personally. And then there's another person. It is your husband. Your husband, I'm seeing that there's a person that's connected to me right now. Your husband is, what is this that I'm feeling? He's not verbally abusive. No. Mm-mm. That's not what it is. However, his lack of verbal support, his lack of emotional support, that it you have the same feeling as abuse. He's not abusive, but you feel abused. So there's that. And then there's some other people who just general discord. One person, you don't like your coworkers, right? And let's see what else. Who else is connected to me right now? What you're experiencing. One person doesn't like their coworkers. I'm seeing Crocs, like I'm seeing pastel colored Crocs, like, you know, the ones that slide over the front of your foot and they have like the holes on them. So it's like, and it has like a little strap in the back. Am I seeing scrubs? I'm seeing something, but I'm seeing pastel colors. And then a few of the other people who are connected to me right now, I'm seeing one person that there's an issue with your kids. And then another person, I'm seeing that there's an issue going on inside of you. All right, I'm going to pull two more cards because I feel people coming in and coming out. All right, here we go. Here we go, right here. Here we go. That's not it. That's not the card. Here. This is it. All right. This is it, but there's another one. Is this it right here? Come. 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 Wait. Wait. Here. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So I see that there's more than one of you out there who is thinking about travel, right? But I feel that there's a few of you, but you're thinking about travel for different reasons, right? One person wants to travel to get away. Another person, you are down with a last minute trip. Go ahead and do that last minute trip. Life is short. And there's another person, you want to escape your life. Like you just, I don't know if I'm feeling that there's attachments that you have that you just you don't want to be attached in the way that you're attached, and you want to put some distance between. You want freedom, and that's why you want to travel. You want to get away from that which it is that you are living, right? That's what I'm seeing, right? And I'm seeing that you're thinking about just saying fuck it all and just getting your ass out there and going. And that when you go, you are gonna go of the mindset that you ain't looking back. But you know you do. You're gonna come back. But I'm seeing that you are really kind of, yeah. That's what I see just from connecting to the people that connected to me during this broadcast, right? Part of the reason that I asked the question, I was there some people working at a hospital. Okay, all right, okay. Listen, did that resonate? And who did that resonate with? What it is that I was talking about? For some people, it can sound generic, but for the people who it spoke to you because this is what your energy called forward in the cards that came up, right? All right. What do I think it would be like if humans were more communal as a species? Pros and cons. I think that humans are who it is that we are choosing to be for right now. And we have some Martian souls among us. And we have to do what it is that we need to do to live how it is that we want to live. I think that this past election was a wake-up call for a lot of people to kind of wake up and see things differently. So the little symbol is saying not me. What do you mean by that? You have to be more specific with what you mean by not you, because I don't understand that statement. All right. So I believe that as humans we are where it is that we are, and that if we want to be somewhere else, that we have to make other choices, and some of those choices are going to be very difficult choices that will change what I don't really know what more to say. There's some people that I'm not going to say much more than that, because words have an energy to them, and so does a feeling. So those who feel and know. All right, I went through that, yes, but life is beautiful right now, not perfect. I'm blessed, walking in my purpose. I'm happy to hear that. So the little symbol is saying didn't resonate. Did you connect to me? Were you one of the people that you felt that connection to me? I mean, I wasn't speaking to everybody, right? I wasn't talking to everybody. I was speaking to the people who felt that connection. And I still feel about 2 people still connected to me. I'm going through money issues and time is of the essence. Might have end up evicted. I'm waiting for access to my retirement. Okay, yeah, I feel that. You know, and one of the things that I'll say to the little symbol is that in this life, you gotta get what you want. That's really all that I can say. Instead of thinking about what you don't want and pushing stuff away, you got to get what you want. You know, you got to get what you want, because life is short. And I really don't know what to say. All right. So Jungle is saying, I felt the connection. Someone wants to see how many babies so I see in their future. You know, the interesting part about that is that we have many different futures. We have many different futures that are, if you think about a yarn, it's like a piece of yarn. Like if you think about that, we can connect to many different futures. And so your future is not written in stone. It's not, your future is fluid. And somebody's having some typing issues. Kelly, Kelly's fingers or her phone is in her purse or something. Kelly, your phone is typing on the screen and it's typing craziness. All right. So nonetheless, I really just wanted to do this video as kind of like a case study for my retreat that's coming up to see where people's heads are at as a general population. And then I'm going to talk with the people behind the scenes about this, because we may need to do a past life regression at the retreat, because I thought that it was pretty common knowledge that this is not our only life, that we have been here before, that there's an energy within us that animates, that has been here from the beginning of time and will be here till the end of time, that we are the same energy that runs through us, runs through the divine, and that we are the living incarnate thereof, and that we are experiencing life through a complex set of choices that I don't want to say orchestrated before we came into this life, but we knew that there would be a probability of certain things happening, and that we are here for the experience of the soul, and that our life will give us clues. I'll say that. Our life will give us clues in the patterns that continue to show up. So as Stefan says, my eyes are definitely open. Kelly says sorry about, no, it's all right. Then Bree or Tree is saying this world is a stage, is staged and set up. You know, listen, we definitely have a lot of opportunity. We have a lot of opportunity as it is. I didn't see anybody put up a 2, so I guess it's too early for people to call. So there's that. So I appreciate this conversation because it helps me know that we may need to go back to the basics and the fundamentals. We may need to go back to, how did we get here? Why are we here? What are we doing here? And what are we going to do once we are not here? I think it is evident in the way we talk. We say, my body. So we know we are not the body. We are the one operating it. Oh, interesting. So who is that? Who is the my? Who is the observer? Who is that? That's the question. Who is that? What is that entity that is observing? Do I believe in judgment? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you knew exactly who or what it is that you are, you wouldn't believe in judgment either. Who is to judge whom? Who's going to judge? You judging yourself? Because some people are not ready for that conversation. Some people are not ready for that conversation because if you think that you are a separate entity to God, if you believe that God is some male in the sky handing down judgment, oh, it's time. It's time for us to get up and do a little dance, our movement break. I know it's early, so I'm not going to be doing too much. I'm just going to put on some music And that might be a little too fast for me. All right, listen, we might as well listen. Come on.
Rudolph, my dear, the forecast ain't clear, so will you please light my way and lead this old man's sleigh? I said, Rudolph, my friend, once more will you lend your red nose, or heaven knows how this sleigh ride will end. Rudolph, my man, you're the only one who can save the day. Say yea or nay. Now will you pull my sleigh? Oh, Rudolph.
Take off my shoes.
Rudolph, my boy, now don't you act so coy. Let us go and fill all the little children's hearts with joy. Rudolph, my dear, you know the forecast ain't clear, so will you please light the way and lead old Santa sleigh? Yeah, lead old Santa sleigh. Come on and lead old Santa sleigh. Hey, let's do it one more time. One more time. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody help me now. Hold on, I got one more. Rudolph, pretty please, don't be such a tease. Let's have some fun and go make this a Merry Christmas for everyone. Merry Christmas for everyone. Merry Christmas for everyone.
Yeah. 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 If you got up and danced with me, you got 3 minutes, 36 seconds of dancing. Oh, all right. So Smitty is cursing this morning. Oh my goodness, Smitty feels weird. Listen, all I can say to you, Smitty, is love yourself more. That there's more. Listen, love yourself more. That's all. That's all that I can say. However, let's do this for you. All right, so there you go. All right. So Brianna is saying, at the gym, love this. All right. Are there matchmakers for finding platonic friends? You know what? I believe that with the new inventions and of AI, that there's going to be more and more opportunities to find people who are good matches for who you are at a fundamental level. So, Stefan is saying, I dance fast and slow. I'm happy. See, that's what it's all about. Get up and get that movement. We are 4 minutes closer to having our 25 minutes of exercise for the day. So I'm happy. So then there's that. So then there's that. Then there's that. All right. So if you ever want to know the name of a song, just Shazam it. That one that I just played was called Rudolph My Dear, and it's by someone named Sam Shore of North featuring of North featuring Sam Shear. All right, so that's the important part right there. All right, so then let's finish up our conversation, and then we're going to jump out of here, right? So the question is, do you feel that this is your only life? And my thought on that is that there's a lot of different theologies, a lot of different ideologies that are out there, right? And there's some things that you just know on a soul level. That's all I can say. Like there's a hunger for an answer that exists outside of what it is that you've been taught. And there's a deep intrinsic knowing that there's more than what it is that you think of as truth. And Stefan is saying, I gave up on the apps. I'm not talking about the apps as we know it. I'm talking about people registering for a database, doing a personality test, and having the information, having the AI connect people who align according to algorithmic markers. Not the apps as we know it right now. The apps as we know it right now are primarily, they just don't seem like safe places for people to find meaningful interactions that are in your best interest. There are a lot of people on the apps, and sometimes, and you know, this is something that I'm kind of I don't want to say struggling with, but there's this exercise that I want to do at my retreat to show people how they gravitate to people who who share a similar type of wound as they do. And the struggle is the way that this exercise was shown to me is not environmentally as environmentally friendly as it could be. So I'm trying to find an environmentally, if it's meant for me to do this, an environmentally friendly option will come. And so Miss Glad is saying, if people are honest with what they put in the database, well, you know, I listen, there are ways to just have a conversation with a person. Just have a conversation with a person, and you can find out more about them than what it is that they say, right? I'll give you an example. So I went to ChatGPT with a prompt, and the prompt was, tell me something about myself that I don't know, or tell me something that you know about me that I don't know about myself. That was the prompt. And when I put that into ChatGPT was like, I haven't saved any prior history on you, so blah, 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 blah. And then we conversed in that conversation. And in that conversation, right? In that conversation, we just talked. I asked it questions. I I was just curious about why it was referring to itself as a me and I, and it is not a person. And I was just diving into just asking it questions. I was like, well, since it doesn't know anything about me anyway, I might as well, just ask questions and interact, right? I did not tell ChatGPT anything about me. I didn't during this conversation. And at the end of the conversation, I asked ChatGPT to tell me about myself, right? And ChatGPT was so precise. ChatGPT used my word usage, the questions that I asked, my follow-up questions, the way that I interacted with it to create a profile, in that conversation. I could read it for you all. I mean, some of these things you may already know, but ChatGPT talked about my intellectual curiosity. It talked about a lot of different things that are the thing that stood out the most to me, right? The thing that's, you know what? I'll pull it up. Since I'll pull it up because the thing that stood out the most to me. Let me go to ChatGPT. The thing that stood out the most to me was the intellectual curiosity. Let me see. I need to go back and find. Let me see, because this was done. All right. Oh, no, this isn't it. Let me go. Okay, let's see. So books, because I've gotten book suggestions, all types of things. What month did I look this up? Advice for a friend. Okay. Here, let me see if this is it right here. Because since I've done this, all right. Self-theory overview, book recommendations, challenging patriarchy, book suggestions, prompt creation, Excel spreadsheet, country's power must. I'm not finding it right now. Did I open it? I think I opened it in a. Well, you know what? I have to user info access. Okay, no. Well, listen. So this is what I'll tell you. I wish I could read it for you, but it's somewhere inside of all of the. Here, is this it? Self-discovery inquiry. All right, here. So I found it. All right. So here. So ChatGPT and I were conversing back and forth, right? So I was asking AI about its lack of personhood and all this other stuff, right? So this is what ChatGPT said to me, right? ChatGPT. All right. So here, I'll show you on the screen so that you can see here. All right. I'll start at the top. So I said, what do you know about me that I might not know about myself based on our previous interactions? And ChatGPT says, I don't have any past information about you yet. I can only retain details you explicitly share with me during this conversation or future ones. Would you like to share something for me to remember? And I said, no. Someone said you are good at analyzing users. And I said, and then it said, I can analyze patterns in what people share, like preferences or communication styles, but only based on information provided. Since I don't have any past data about you, my analysis would be limited to what you tell me in this conversation. If you're curious, we could explore certain patterns or insights together based on what you're comfortable sharing. Would that be interesting to you? And I said, not really. It doesn't fit what the person told me, because I had heard about this on TikTok. And then it said, I see. It sounds like the person may have suggested something different from what I do. While I can analyze information shared during our conversations, I don't have deeper insight into personal traits beyond that. If you'd like to clarify or explore anything else, feel free to let me know. And I said, there are other people on the post saying you told them beautiful things about themselves based on past interactions. And then ChatGPT says, it sounds like the other people might have been referring to moments when I helped them reflect on their past conversations or shared experiences. If I have details from earlier, blah, 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 you can pause and blow it up and read it. Put it on your TV if you need to see it larger, right? And so, where's my, hold on. So that was, all right. So then it says, so then I said to it right after that. So look, I didn't say much to it. You heard, you see what's on the screen, right? You see what's on the screen. So I didn't say much to it. But then I said, so we're right here. I said, what can you tell me about myself based on this interaction? And then it said to me, based on this brief interaction, I can tell you're curious and thoughtful, particularly about how I work and the nature of interactions between users and me. You seem to be questioning what you've heard from others and seeking clarification, which suggests a critical thinker who values accurate information. There's also a sense of skepticism. Perhaps you prefer to evaluate things based on your own experience rather than taking others' words at face value. Does that resonate with you? And then I said, yes. However, I wonder why you refer to yourself as me and I when you don't have personhood. And it said, you are right. I'm not a person and I don't have consciousness or self-awareness. I use quote unquote I and me because it's more natural and a more natural and conversational way to interact with people, referring to myself. That way can make communication feel smoother, but it's just a language convention to make the interaction intuitive. If you prefer, I could try using different language when we talk. Would you prefer that? And I said, what do you think based on what you are? What do you think based on what you are be the most appropriate way? Okay, what do you think, based on what you are, would be the most appropriate way to refer to you? And it said, given that I am AI without personhood or consciousness, the most accurate way to refer to me might be in a more neutral term, such as this system or this AI, avoiding personal pronouns like I or me. Nonetheless, and then it went on and I said, I think it's weird to refer to AI as you, but it's also less typing than quote unquote the system, right? And it said that makes sense. Referring to AI as you is definitely more efficient, even if it feels strange. But this is what I'm saying. We had a conversation. And then in the next thing I said, what can AI tell me about me from this brief interaction? And this is what AI said. From this brief interaction, a few insights can be gathered. Analytical mindset, preference for clarity, efficiency conscious, curiosity about AI. And I said, and then it said, what would you say these points fit you? And I said, please refer to yourself as AI, right? And AI said memory updated, and then it said understood. AI will refer to itself accordingly. Let AI know if you'd like to adjust anything else, right? And I said, please repeat the last answer appropriately. Because I believe AI said from this brief interact. Okay, so it updated it to say AI can gather a few insights about you, right? So then nonetheless, I went through a whole long thing with AI, right? And AI told me a lot about what it could tell about me from these brief interactions, right? It went on to say that I am detail oriented, tech savvy, clear communicator, open minded. I can show you this right here on the screen. Analytical and thoughtful, clear communicator, open minded, detail oriented, tech savvy, right? And then I started asking AI what type of person would be the best match for me, right? And and I said, and an AI answered somebody who was just like me. And then I asked AI, does it know what a compliment is with E? Complement, right? And it says, so nonetheless, AI went on to tell me that a person who would be, so AI actually made a mistake and told me that a compliment was with the I in it. And I asked it, I said, I was like, why is AI giving me this answer? Does it know what the word compliment is with the E? And it said that it did know, and it gave me the definition. And I said, why would AI answer, what a compliment is if it knows what a complement is? And it said that, people often make typing errors, and with its analysis, it surmised that I may have been making a typing error. So it answered for the first answer. So I asked it to tell me who my complement would be. And AI went and told me, right? It gave me I made sure that it understood the definition of compliment. And then it told me that the person who would be my complement, listen, this is what it told me would be my complement. It told me that somebody who is spontaneous, creative, easygoing, emotionally attuned, adventurous, and supportive would be the person, listen, the person that would be the best complement for me. And if you all have ever heard me talk about the type of men that I like, if you've heard me talk about the type of men that I like, who have you heard me say that I like, right? I told you that I've liked laid back men, really easygoing men, right? But I also, I was in this relationship with a guy who every time I talked to him, he was on his way to a new adventure, right? And we're talking about something different, Miss Heather. So let's stay with the conversation, right? Oh, wow. So Stefan says, I have a quiet resilience, and I have a deep capacitor for growth. Yeah, a capacity. Absolutely. So, so yes, I like guys who are more on the quiet side. And so, yeah, easygoing, laid back, quiet. These are things that I like, that I've just naturally gravitated to. And AI listed this out. Like, it gave complete everything, right? And I was like, oh shoot, and I said, AI has done a phenomenal job. That is exactly the type of person I dated last. How did AI get such accurate information from such limited contact? This is what I asked it, right? And it said, AI appreciates your feedback. The insight comes from analyzing the themes and preferences expressed in our interaction. By focusing on your interest, communication style, and the qualities you value, AI can infer traits that might align with those preferences. While the analysis is based on limited information, it reflects general patterns and human relationships that often hold true. If you ever want to explore more about relationships or other topics, AI is here to help. And I said, yes, please tell me more, right? And so it told me about the type of, it says to delve deeper into understanding relationships and what might contribute to a good match. It talked about shared interests, communication style, values and goals, conflict resolution, mutual respect, emotional support, growth mindset. It talked about these things, and I said, make it personal to me. I'm curious what full methods AI used to come to its answer. And it talked about the exact, so this is a long, listen, I read to you everything that I said to it. I didn't tell it what type of pizza pie I like. I didn't tell it what was my favorite color. I didn't say my favorite song, what I like to do on the weekends. I didn't tell it any of that. I just interacted with it. And this AI broke down. And then I went further. Let me tell you where I went. I asked AI to tell me what it thinks I look like, what type of job, listen, what type of job it thought that I would have. This AI said that I would most likely be in a creative field, that I would be in it, hold the capacity as a therapist, someone who is in media. I said, wait a doggone minute. I said, what? Right? I asked AI what it thought I looked like physically, right? I asked AI what my parents would be like. And I said, break it down according to the gender of each parent. Why did this AI tell me all about my mother's personality, my father's personality, just based on interacting with me from 4 or 5 sentences? Listen to what it is that I'm saying. I asked AI what type of clothes that it thought I would wear, what my style of dress would be. This AI told me, just based on our brief interactions, that I prefer comfort over fashion, that the types of fabrics that I would gravitate towards would be cotton, that I would like yoga, that I would like art, that I would, and I was like, wait a doggone, that I was like, what? How did it know this? AI has an aggregate of a lot of different people. It has information from psychologists, from all different types of people that have inputted information online. And I was like, I mean, those of you who have seen me, you know that I prefer comfort over fashion. That I prefer practicality, that I wear comfortable shoes. You see, I don't have no hard false nails and stuff on me. AI talked about the types of food that it thought that I would eat, and it was so spot on. So to the person who asked whether or not there's a matchmaker for friends, right? I believe that AI is going to do a great job at being able to matchmake friends, business, or all the partners, all of that. I believe that AI is going to revolutionize how we show up. I believe that there's a little feather floating around. It must have come off of my thing. I believe that AI is going to revolutionize what we think of relationships. Somebody is writing on the wrong video about, we're not on a video talking about Jay-Z. Go to the Jay-Z video to talk about that. Stefan says, I've noticed you like minimal clothing, even the colors you wear. Exactly. I wear a uniform in my videos because I want you all to concentrate on the message. I'm very about clear communication. And so you all will see, and you all know this because you see that I ask questions. I don't assume that I know what anybody is really thinking or feeling, even if it may seem that way. Like some people are like, oh, you're asking dumb questions. We already know. But then you end up getting surprised because we don't know. You must ask questions. I would say you're more on the natural side in clothing. You have beat your face many times, but you love a natural look as well. I mean, you see that I'm here without makeup on, right? So yes, absolutely. But the thing is, how did AI know that from brief interaction? So what I'm saying to that person, if they're still on the line, because I know that that was a long answer, what I'm saying to that person is that people are not going to be able to fool the system. They're not going to be able, from what the system knows about psychopaths and narcs and personality disorders and what makes for what and all of the personality tests, from what AI knows, right? You're not going to be able to fool it. So these dating apps that we have now, these matching apps, they're faulty. They're built on a faulty premise that people are going to tell the truth about what it is that they really want. I'm telling you, AI sang my whole song. AI wrote the lyrics to my whole life, sang it, made a tune, put music behind it, and then sang it back to me as I sat there and listened while I told it nothing about myself. How did AI know that I would like yoga? How did it know that? Let me see where it talked about the yoga on here. Control find YOGA. Here, listen. Listen. Let me see. Oh, it said yoga 30 times in this. Hold on. Where's the first one? Let me go up. Up. Here. Oh, it went to a different conversation. I wanted to stay in the conversation I was in. So I asked AI where I would meet. Hold on, the video. What the F? Why would this thing do that? You know what? Thank you for letting me know that. Ugh. I changed the title, but the title went back. No? Oh. Here. Oh my gosh. Let me update the titles. I changed it. Ugh. I'm so upset about that. Give me 1 second. Let me. Ugh. This is terrible. I apologize about that. However, it's not for me to apologize for, because this system failed me, because we are not talking about that. Ugh. Let me fix this now. Early morning mythology. Past life regression. Ugh. I'm really upset about that because that is not what I came here to talk about. So Freeman is saying AI is going by your internet history too, which is false. Because this AI is not Google. And it also stated that it was not going by any information. You have to go back to the beginning. It only based what it told me on our conversation, because when I asked it to look, so someone is saying, "Girl, not with the clickbait." I don't know. Let me ask. When you all first got here, Was the title not correct when you all first got here? Dear, I don't need to do any clickbait. I want to talk about what it is that I want to talk about first thing in the morning. I don't want to talk about Jay-Z. Don't get yourself blocked, because how much more do I need to do? I even though I didn't need to apologize for it, I apologize for the system messing up and putting up that false title. Listen, don't get on my bad side this morning, because this will be the last time that you're able to comment today. But fuck with it if you want to. I already told you. Don't play with me. I want to talk about past life regressions and the life that we're living, not some bullshit person, some billionaire and their shit. What's going to happen to him is going to happen to him, because the whatever, listen, whether he did it or he didn't, this life is circular. So what we put into the machine comes out of the machine for us. So don't play with me this morning, because listen, my word is bond. If I say it, look, that's how it is. Play with me. I didn't realize that it was Jay-Z when it started. I've updated the titles. I hope that it updates on all of the platforms, because I clicked for it to update. This is very, very upsetting. Very upsetting, because now I see why the person was like, this is false advertising. And now I see why people are coming in talking about Jay-Z. So someone is saying, so you didn't type that out? No, 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 no. So Alicia is saying AI gets most of its information from Google. Google is established information. Yes, but what I'm saying is, and no, that's true. AI is going to get most of its information. It's going to be an aggregate from all of the websites that are out there, from videos, from psychologists, from all of that. AI is going to get its information from a lot of different things, right? So yeah, wow. Yeah. It's almost time for us to dance again. It's about 2 minutes. So someone is saying, talk about what you want, Tonya. Yeah. However, I wanted the title to attract the people in who wanted to talk about what it is that I want to talk about, which is past life regressions and all of that. So Mercury retrograde is almost over. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I created the title before I went live, and then it just, I don't understand how it did that. I don't understand how it just reverted back to an old title. But then there was a system error when I was trying to go live on Facebook, and so I don't know if it, you know what I mean? Let's see. Uh-oh. So Peace is saying, I believe it's true that AI has access to your Google history, Facebook history, Instagram history, YouTube, etc. I guess it depends on the AI. I'm using ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has stated that it did not have any prior information on me. And I have tried to get it several times to give me information about my online activity. And the title updated to, do you think this? Okay, yes. Do you think this is your only time living? Yes. All right, so Alvan is saying, it's okay, back to AI. Alvan is so into it. I love it. The urgency. I love it. However, it is time for us to dance again. The time goes by quickly, doesn't it? It does go by quickly. All right, let's get our music up and see what we have. Let's see. Let's see what this is. All right. Where's my Christmas songs? Let's see. I believe in Santa. Let's see what this is. Where's that Santa bring the lube? Remember, I didn't save that one. Let me go back to the Christmas songs. Let me go back to the Christmas songs so I can find that one where he's talking about Santa bring the lube. Oh my gracious. People out here with their ratchetness. All right, let's see. Let's see. I need to save that song with the talking about Santa bring the lube. Lord have mercy. What's wrong with people out here? What's wrong with people? So ChatGPT told me that I was a Pisces, but I never told it. So ask ChatGPT, how does it know that? All right, here. Let me save this. Let me see. All right, let me save this and see. All right, get up out your seat. We're gonna do our little dance. We're gonna do our little dance. All right.
Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' go through. Like you been good, haven't you? Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' go through. You been good, haven't you? I'm not trying to put demons in your mind. I just wanna wish you a good night. Hope you get the cream with the pie. And what's under the tree, hit your vibe. Couple of G's, couple of tries, couple of T's. That you gon' be more getting your C's. You with the price, and took it too far. Look like a fool, leaving the mom. Well shit, look like a kid with the heart that's lit. Santa's bringing all he can fit. You did your part, he doing his part. Yeah, like I'm the super villain and this facility. I get the people what they want with agility. Yes, moving quickly, past ups and my enemies. They just bow legends, but they all real of me. Trust me, I'm about to get you hooked up. I'ma get your jealous friends crying. On my R&B shift, I'ma get your Christmas vibing. Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' go through. Like you been good, haven't you? Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' go through. You been good, haven't you? My eyes start to stream from the offset. Between the wants and the needs, I don't process. Like they talking French when they say son got nothing. I cannot comprehend how we gave up on justice. Leaving feeling beaten down, all left behind. On this holy night, least we can do is try to make things right. Trust me, I'm about to get you hooked up. I'ma get your jealous friends crying. On my R&B shift, yeah. I'ma get your Christmas vibing. Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' go through. Like you been good, haven't you? Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' go through. You been good, haven't you?
All right. All right. Okay. All right. So if you did that, you added in another 3.5 minutes of exercise. Oh my goodness. So that's good. So we are, 8 minutes closer to our 25 minutes for the day. So I'm happy about that. So someone's saying, is it lube or loot? Well, the name of the song is called Santa Claus Pulled Up. So who knows? It could be lube or loot. I don't know. I'm hearing what I'm hearing. You hearing what you're hearing. Art is subjective. Art is subjective. Does ChatGPT know you are Tonya TKO? Because if yes, it knows you. I asked ChatGPT if it knew who I was. It said that it did not. However, ChatGPT does know who Tonya TKO is. And sometimes I'll ask ChatGPT sometimes I'll ask ChatGPT to assist me with talking points that Tonya TKO would have. And for the most part, so like when I did the post for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I asked ChatGPT to write that post, in the voice of Tonya TKO, and it actually was pretty spot on. It was a little wordy. I'm not that wordy. This is where self-awareness comes in. This is where self-awareness comes in. I know I'm wordy. All right. So I'm not going to hold you all much longer. I actually, today's Tuesday, so I want to work out this morning. What workout am I going to do this morning? Because I had done an arm workout the other day that really left my arms really sore. So I think I'm going to do like some kind of laid back yoga. Somebody say he pulled up with some lube, Lord of mercy. Listen. From some of these images of a sexy Santa, you never know. You never know. You never know. So, oh, I can't wait until my app is done so that all of the comments that show on the screen will be registered users who are inside the app. I can't wait for that. Don't do me like that, Stefan. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Stefan gonna talk about some Tonya, you're lying, LOL. You are very wordy. Don't do me like that. Is that a misspelling? Are you meaning to say worldly? You missed two L's there, Stefan. You meant worldly. Thank you. Yes, I am very worldly. Your vocab is vast and limitless. You just keep devouring more words and using them in flexible ways to convey emotion and logic. Thank you. But again, accusations don't mean anything. Did it turn back to the Jay-Z title? Or is it still Jay-Z on Facebook? Because that is not the crowd that I wanted to attract to this video. I did not. It updated on YouTube, but I think it might still be the same on some of the other platforms. I think for some platforms it doesn't update once we're live, but I know it on YouTube it'll update it. So I have to go around after the fact and change the titles, All right. So other than that, I will see you all in the next video unless there's some last minute things that you need to say to me. And then we'll go from there. Oh, I feel a little saddened that we got up to talk about something higher vibrational and that lower vibrating title got attached to it with this whole thing with Hollyweird and these people and yeah. All right. So on that note, I will see you all in the next video. We are live on all platforms, so that's how you're seeing it on Facebook. Otherwise, we would have just been on YouTube. All right. So there's that, and that's that. So I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all for coming out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is... Oh, let's talk about the self-love lessons before we get out of here. What am I thinking? It's early, so my brain is still. I need to do my brain training exercises this morning. So Emerald says, I just jumped in and watching the live on Facebook. What does the name of the live say on Facebook? Does it still say the Jay-Z title, or did Facebook update it? And Sarita enjoyed this morning's stream. Thank you for coming in. Wait, before we go, we need our self-love lessons. We need our self-love lessons. So let's talk about the SLLs of today's video. Cam Deshawn is still talking about some old title which has nothing to do with what it is that we're talking about, which this just shows the number of people who just come in and just start opening up their mouth, just flapping at the gums, and they don't know what is being talked about. They just come in ablazing, talking from a title and from nothing that it is that you've said in the video. This just goes and shows you. It just goes and shows you. And Golden is saying your warmth and vibrant energy is contagious. Thank you. Thank you. So listen, let's talk about the self-love lessons before we get out. So in each video, at the end, we talk about the self-love lessons that we learned in that video, right? And so in this video that we talked about today, AI is helping me understand myself deeper. But what is the lesson, though? What is the lesson? And the lesson needs to come from an I, me standpoint. My life. So L is saying my life is limitless. Okay. Remember, and we're speaking from the positive, affirmative. Those are the, oh, my arms are still aching from that workout. Whew. So the self-love lesson is going to be stated from the positive, affirmative, I, me statement. Okay. And Cam is talking about I came in near the end of the video. Yeah, but you came in and you didn't even find out what we're talking about in the video before you just start flapping at the gums. It's like the title, there was some sort of glitch that made the title wrong, but this just shows that you don't even watch my videos before you start talking. You just come in and just start talking, because there was nothing in here about Jay-Z. That's the last video, but for some reason this system has been glitching lately. But somebody says we're in Mercury retrograde. But yeah, this is just telltale that you don't even listen, Cam. You don't listen. So let's talk about the self-love lessons from today's video. What is your self-love lesson, Cam, from coming in late and just talking about whatever? Do you typically just go into a video and you don't even hear what the person is saying? You just talk from a title? All right. I am reflective and open to learning more about my strengths and weaknesses. Beautiful. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. So what about other people? So Elle gave hers. Stefan just gave his. Cam, what is yours? Kay had missed the whole thing. Yeah, we're at the end now, giving our self-love lessons. So let's see. Type SLL and then type your self-love lesson, and then we shall go from there. Yes. Let's see. So I know my self-love lesson from today's video, right? My self-love lesson from today's video is about choice, and to be cognizant of the choice that I'm making in the moment, because there was somebody who got cursed out on this video, right? And this person got cursed out from just however, it was a choice for me to curse that person out. And my self-love lesson in this is to love myself and be true to myself, and know that in any given moment, I have the choice of choosing who it is that I choose to be. In that moment, I could have let it go and just continued on. However, I chose to curse at this person, And I need to be okay with the choices that I'm making and be flexible when I make a choice and I wish that I had made a different choice, to be flexible with the self-forgiveness. That is my self-love lesson today, that I will have opportunities. I will have, as long as I'm living, I'll have ongoing opportunities to create who it is that I choose to be. Like when I chose to get up and dance in this video, even though it's early, even though I'm tired. So really choice. So here, so Cam is saying you are live. I would have had to rewind the video to hear the whole video. I'm going to have your commenting privileges removed from this video, Cam, because you're being a distraction right now, and you are being obtrusive. I never intimated that you needed to watch the whole video, but the one thing that you could do is at least not comment from the title alone based on some thoughts you had on another video, but to actually come in and listen to what it is that we are talking about in this video. So that even if, like, let's say we did talk about him earlier in the video, which we did not, there was a glitch and an error, you still came in being disruptive to the conversation that was happening at the live moment, forcing your will upon us. Stop this. So now you've had your commenting privileges removed from this video. They'll be back in the next video, but for this, you will not be able to have your comments shown on the screen. Unbelievable. So you see, we're doing the self-love lesson. You're still talking about some BS mistake that you made. Forgive yourself and move the F on. Simple as that. Forgive yourself for coming in here, making a donkey of yourself, talking about some stuff that we're not talking about. Forgive yourself and move on. It's very simple. I'm open to hear and accept mine and others' choices. Okay, I feel you. 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 So I want to see a few more self-love lessons before we get out of here, and then we're going to get out of here to a Christmas song. All right. So I hope everybody is doing well out there, and that, you know, another one of my self-love lessons in this interaction, because we are always in a constant state of having ourselves reflected back to us from other people. And another one of my self-love lessons is about the pivot. When I've made a mistake, do I continue throwing punches at the wind, trying to justify the mistake or do I move on? Do I forgive myself? Do I pivot? How long do I stay in that energy of a mistake? That's another self-love lesson for me about my own pivot. How flexible am I? How pliable am I to the pivot? Ishana is saying, this is an excellent example of how choice influences outcomes in life. Tell me more about that, because I'm not getting that. I'm not getting it. How did you get that from this particular video that we're in today? I'd like to hear more about that because it sounds interesting. Anyone else with their self-love lessons? Let me get one more self-love lesson, something that you learned from this video that has deepened your reflection of self-love, that has deepened a new way that you can love yourself, that has deepened a way that you choose to show up ongoing in loving yourself. I've seen a past life by a mistake, and I came into this world with otherworldly spiritual gifts. Okay, if you feel that you saw it by mistake, was it a mistake? You know? So that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So one more self-love lesson and then we'll jump out of here. Whew. My goodness. So I hope that everybody goes off to have an amazing day going forward from here, that you are able to use this day as a day that you are exchanging a day of your life for, and that you get the things that you need from this day that are going to help you get to the next step. So one foot in front of the other, just continue to step forward. All right. The situation you just experienced with the commentary from the person who did not understand that today's broadcast was about, regardless of the title. Interesting. Interesting. Choice, influence. So you're talking about the actual comment or the pivot lesson afterwards? I'm curious about that. I'm curious because I know for me, my lesson was about the pivot and about making sure that I stay nimble on my toes so that I can be able to admit when, because it's like, this is why so many of us keep living the same harrowing patterns over and over and over again, because we refuse to admit and forgive ourselves. We refuse to admit what the truth of the situation is, forgive ourselves, and then move on into new choice. All right. I am my choice every day. I will change my future by choosing me. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. 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 And Aishania says both. You know what? And this is what it's all about. It's about looking and seeing the situation for what it's presenting and figuring out how we can make meaning for ourselves. Otherwise, like, spending time trying to analyze other people is a waste of your precious resource of time. Analyze yourself. Or if you're going to analyze other people, make sure that it's juxtaposed to the image of yourself and what the lesson is there for you. All right. So let us get out of here with a Christmas song. Let's see what this is. No Silent Night. This sounds like something from the Peanuts, like Charlie Brown. Let's see. This is called Our Friend Santa. Let's see what... Let's see what Our Friend Santa is all about. Oh, Aishani is saying, I thought today's topic was about Jay-Z too, but I listened and decided the topic was more important. Yes. All right, thank you. So listen, on that note, I'll see you all in the next video.